straight jump from burnt by the California sun on the west side, east coast where you at.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
This is it. The last game of my rookie season. Kinda hard to believe. These 82 games have gone by in a blur.
It's a Western Conference battle here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Lakers look to work home court advantage. After this one game on the road, the Jazz will head back home to Utah. It's got to be a relief to see Julius Randle back in uniform, looking healthy and ready to contribute.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin, it is really good to have this guy back in action because now they're in a position where they have a chance to regain and recover the earlier playoff seeding that had kind of gotten away from him when he wasn't there.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Jazz, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Freak is out there with Alec Burks. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here are the Lakers. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
So it's the Lakers now. Russell passes to Bass. And Roy Hibbert, the bucket on the assist by Bass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, a bit ago, Byron Scott and I were able to chat. If there's an area that he feels they've got to overcome offensively, he said it's probably the shot blocking they'll face inside. The key, he said, is playing unselfishly. We have to make the extra pass to punish them for rotating. Guys, they have to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Back to you.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. They put a lot of thought into how they're going to match up against the opposing defense, guys.
And so they should, because that's what it's going to take. This is such a tough D to break down. They're going to have to play a smart game offensively.
Well, there's no denying that. I mean, you're not going to get by on skill alone. I mean, you've got to have the strategy and the skill working together.
Nice shot by Gobert.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Bryant dishes to Hibbert. Pass to Bass. Now the feed to Young. Bass with the screen. Off the screen. Rebound, Utah. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And here's Freak. He kicks it to Favors. The pass to Freak. Offline with his 3. Lakers leading by 3. Pass to Bass. Takes the 13-footer. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in a zone.
Here's Freak.
Move the ball. Stick it
He dishes it to Favors. True on the 14-footer.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Now, here is Russell. 11 points for him in that last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
Jazz trail by 5. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Off the screen, and it's Favors laying it in. Favors has got 6 points. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. The drive by Russell. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Russell. Here's Freak. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
The drive by Russell. And he gets it to go. He has 6.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Lakers leading by 12. Well, there may be some questions for a while about D'Angelo Russell. People will guess which position he's best at in the NBA. You and I saw him firsthand playing for the Bucks. I mean, he is a terrific talent.
Yeah, he really is. I think he's an old school guard, Kevin. He can play with the ball and be effective, or he can play off the ball. He's got a really bright future. Loved watching him play and grow as a one-year college guy at Ohio State.
They've got Clarkson. Julius Randle is out there with Nick Young. Then it's Roy Hibbert, and it's Williams at the 2. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Now here's Freak to the left wing. It's stolen by Randle. And now here comes Young leading the break. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And guys, one thing that stands out to me about Russell is how good he is at certain NBA plays. Very strong in the pick and roll already. Knows how to attack with contact. Great vision, and he can also shoot the basketball.
Now, here's Clarkson. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks gave them an edge. He picked up 5 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, G.A.?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. After the basket by the Lakers, Exum's shot is off.
And you can say this just about every prospect, but I think with Russell, he'll need some time to adjust. He has the raw skill to play multiple spots on the floor, but each position has a nuance to it that he'll need some time to learn.
Shot's good from Young.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Freak kicks to Exum. The dish to Booker. feeds it to Freak. Clock at 6. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Another miss by Utah.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now. Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Passes it to Gobert. Kicks to Booker. And it's good. Fought through contact. Gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
To be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Russell. Averaging about 15 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Burks the pass to Freak. Dishes to Favors. Fast break, the Lakers. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Young. That's 10 points for D'Angelo Russell. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Rebounded by the Jazz.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
That's good. Freak's got his first points of the night. Los Angeles leading by 16. Russell dishes to Young. Back to Russell. Kobe kicks to Russell. Pass with a screen for Russell. Young outside, just 5 on the clock. No good on the 3. Goes back up. Burks pulls it in.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
11 feet away. Los Angeles with another miss. Jazz trail by 16.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs the new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
The Jazz have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Out left to the wing. Booker. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Russell kicks to Young. Out to the wing. Here's Bass. The rebound by the Jazz. Here's Hood. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Freak kicks to Hood. To the wing on the left. Top of the key. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And
Well, obviously things have not gone your way to this point, at least through the first 2 quarters. How are you guys going to get back in this one?
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half, defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop him.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
So on the floor for Utah, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. And it's Freak in at the point guard position. Here's Young after Alec Burks' score. To the paint, here's Hibbert. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
And Hibbert with the block. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Here's Kobe. Rebound, Gordon Hayward.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Now here's Burks, defended by Bryant. Now Freak. And Favors kicks to Hayward. Offline with his 3.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Tariq Black, he's checked in. Jazz trail by 11. Top of the key, Booker. Ingles kicks to Freak. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And the Lakers making a change here. Bass is checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Burks, he's checked in for Rodney Hood.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency, the challenge for Hibbert. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Young passes to Bass. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And that one's good. Bass has got his second bucket of the game to go.
What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
Freak kicks to Burks. He feeds it to Freak. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Jazz have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Booker. No good on the buzzer beater. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Jazz trail by 9. Bryant is out there with Brandon Bass. Then it's Williams. Then it's Russell. And it's Hibbert in at center. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Favors with a screen on Russell. Freak kicks to Favors. It's stolen by Bass. Now, here is Russell. Burks covering. And the foul called on Freak. Utah has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Gobert with a screen on Russell. Now here's Freak. In the corner, it's Hayward. Good.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Lakers leading by 11. 1:53 left in the fourth. Pass to Bryant. Shoots from 12. Drained for 2 points.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Freak with it. There's the feed to Gobert. Hayward against Bryant. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. There's Freak. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Sacre. Bass comes in for Julius Randle. And Nick Young is subbed in for Williams. Now, here is Russell. A second chance effort. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Lakers.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3. It paid off for them in the end.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And in this season finale, between these two teams, they sealed the deal, making smart adjustments along the way to finish out the year with an impressive 3-1 record against the Jazz.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Roy Hibbert. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Now here's Freak. Gobert with a screen on Russell. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Freak dishes to Gobert. A rebound by the Lakers. They led by as many as 18 points. Jumps up. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Roy Hibbert. How'd you feel about his performance, Kenny?
When Hibbert has a game like this, it's impossible.
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest. It has been a wild ride. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. Now the playoffs begin on 2K Sports. See you back for that.
I know money isn't everything to you, Freak, and I find it hard to say this, but I've grown to respect that in you. You're a man of conviction. But it's my responsibility to point out the consequences of that way of thinking. Now, for you, winning is everything, but winning isn't something you could do alone. It requires excellent, or at the very least, competent coaching, contributing teammates, and God willing, good health. And we all know that's not a guarantee. Now, the reality is you're not in control of any of those other factors, but if you, as the star player, fail to win and deliver a championship, you will be held responsible. You will be scapegoated, you will be villainized, and you will be punished accordingly. So when you say to me that as a free agent, all you care about is being in the best position to win, I understand what you mean. But again, that's not only up to you. Now, I'm gonna call my guy at Apollo Jets. I'm gonna get us a private plane for this tour. I promise you, you're gonna love the free agency experience. Now, your relationship with Vic has unfortunately cost us in some of these negotiations. We had 10 teams interested, we now only have 3. But thankfully, you wised up when it came to Vic. Have you been in contact with Vic? Yo, freak, look at me.
He still has one of my cars, Dom.
What did I tell you about the L word?
The L word? What is...
Loyalty. I don't know what kind of hold this Vic has over you, but it makes me scared. You're a free agent for the first time in your career, and the only person you need to be loyal to is you. You need to be an FOF. You need to be a friend of Freak. Let's forget about winning without appropriate compensation and loyalty that hasn't been earned and isn't deserved. This is a tough business, Freak. We need to be tougher. Come on.
CC?
Woo, Lord Jesus, I was about to blow a gasket. Okay, Freak. Now, there are very few options on the table, and I want you to explore them all before making your final decision. Whatever you decide, it needs to be an informed decision, not an emotional one. The larger the markets, the greater resources at your disposal and exposure for you. But if you don't allocate these resources properly, then it's just a big spotlight on you as you lose.
Well, thank you kindly, big sis.
She's right, Freak.
Thanks, Don.
Absolutely. Team Freak. That's what we're about.
Oh, whoa, I don't know if I like this.
What?
Dom and CC high-fiving like that?
I mean, yeah, why you got so certain I'm gonna lose?
Whoa. No one thinks you're going to lose, Freak.
You guys sure sound like it.
We just want you to select a franchise that has great coaching, super talent, exposure, but most importantly, a ton of cap space. If the team doesn't win and you're to blame, at least you won't be broke, capiche?
Capiche.
Also, you should make sure it's somewhere you want to raise a family, but no pressure.
Well, you guys have made this decision so much easier.
What did Mom and Dad say?
You know what they said. I mean, but honestly, I'm torn. I've heard and listened to what you've all had to say. Don't take this the wrong way. There's just one person I haven't heard from, and that's Vic.
Oh, Lord, help us.
Yo, Vic, where you at? I've been trying to call you, man. Hit me back.
You know him. He's probably somewhere too loud to hear his phone.
I don't know. I think Vic's actually upset with me.
They don't love her, they just love her how we live. They say in due time, but my watch broke. I know. It's a cold world, but we got coats. We grinding to make it. Yes. We shining, they hate. Yes. We ball till we fall. Every diamond's a flagrant. I'm signed to the pavement. I'm crossing them over. I'm backing them down. Standing tall like a soldier. These players can't hold us. It's the winner's race. Eating with Ken and Ace at a table, no dinner plates. We the best, get it straight. What's the problem, baby? Raised out of Harlem, baby. What's driving my mama crazy? They ain't trying to give it, so I gotta go get it. Harder than ever to
I
live.
get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all, I'll give. They don't love us, they just love it how we live. How we live, how we live, how we live. They don't love us, they just love it how we live. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love us, they just love it how we live. How we live. How we live, how we live, how we live. How we live, how we live, how we live. How we live, how we live. They don't love her, they just love her how we live. Have faith a minute, put the trust in nobody. Yeah. I said have faith a minute, but put your trust in nobody. Have faith a minute, put your faith in nobody. I done been around, halfway around the globe, probably still ain't met nobody that seem picture perfect. We all buy lies, depends on the purchase. You can't walk a mile in my shoes, cause I'm steady running like water can't break. Let's just buy a pregnant woman. So I had to earn life, road to the riches, wouldn't change it for the turnpike. I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all, I'll give. They don't love us, they just love it her, they just loving how we live. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. Say they don't love her, they just loving how we live. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. How we live, how we live, how we live, how we live. How we live, how we live, they don't love her, they just love her how we live. 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 They don't love her. They just love her. How we live. How we live. DJ Khaled, Convict Music, we the best. Yeah, we taking over. Listen.
Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it's warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali. Catman Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing and spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel and switch it. Red light stop, make it drop for the with it. Anything you hear that I said, I meant it. Can't got the crown, then spit out with it. Say you need, I said I
If
get
you
it.
want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't shoot unless you try to. Come around, try to stop on our ground. 'Cause we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over.
Black flag, we rich. Yeah.
Listen.
Bounce, it's what I does. I get money every day I does that. It's how I ride. Black flag on the left too. Ride, you better move. Yeah, get shit like shine that's on my head. I'm big like Diddy. I'm with it. Cali, we did it. Biggie in my city. Please no fit it. Hit 'em too. The brother get stupid. Money that comes running like water. Money so hot. G on fire, you better be. Might get on the porch of your fortress. Yeah, they see it, but no one reports it. I run this,
'Cause
Rick
we
Ross,
taking
follow.
over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over. Listen.
That when you see, better duck like the Mac got an East Pass. What? I don't give a f***. I run these streets, y'all talk that. I want that beef. I'ma tell you like a G told me. They'll come back quick if cash rule everything around me. I'm YSL, Versace. You can see me in that Porsche GT. Coming down Sunset, sitting on D. Feeling like Pac, all eyes on me. Fresh bandana and I'm mad trees. Please, I spit every verse. Some say Khaled, some say Khalid. 12 years down and I'm finally
If you
free.
want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't shoot unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground. 'Cause we taking over. Said we taking over. Said we taking over.
All right.
All right. Hello. Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today. I especially like to thank God, my Lord and Savior, my family, my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti, twin sister and manager, Cece, my lady. Thank you guys for all your support. I'd also like to thank all the fans, and all the people out there who consider themselves an FOF, a friend of free. My free agency has been nothing short of amazing. And frankly, it has been a dream come true. But like most dreams, the reality is very different from what I imagined. Though I wouldn't change a thing about this period and the time I spent in the NBA, I can honestly say that nothing has been more gratifying and more difficult than choosing where to play next year. I sought the wise counsel of my loved ones. Nothing puts me at ease more than knowing that regardless of my decision, you guys will be there for me no matter what. Now, there are so many wonderful teams in the league, each filled with stellar talent and all vying to be number one. For me, there's nothing more important than winning and surrounding myself with those who feel just as passionate about the game as I do and have an unrelenting desire to win a championship ring. That's what matters most to me. So it is for this reason, above all, that I have decided to choose the New York Knicks.
I'm at home, baby.
Talent they have on that team, they can win a championship this year.
You think so? And you know what that means?
I'm gonna get chip.
I love it.
I know.
Yes, my man. All right, son. Congratulations.
I've been running.
3 letters. M-A-X, baby.
Dom we trust, baby.
Dom we trust.
Let me see this contract. Let me see this contract.
I'll be right back. I gotta call finally.
Yo, fool, where you been? I've been trying to call you.
Mr. Freak,
Yo, who's this?
this is Officer Vasquez with the 9th Precinct.
Officer Vasquez? What did Vic do now?
Mr. Freak, there's been an accident. Look, we're gonna need you to come down to the following address as soon as possible.
What kind of accident? Put Vic on the phone.
I can't do that, sir.
No, you're not hearing me. I want to talk to Vic.
Look, sir, we need you to calm down as soon as you can.
No. Hey, listen. Put down the phone, and I don't want to hear it get picked up until Victor Van Leer's on the
give
phone.
me the phone.
Put Vic on the phone.
Mr. Freak, Mr. Van Leer was killed in a car accident.
What's going on? Give me the phone.
The car he was driving was registered to you. We were able to identify him from the
Listen
flyers
to
in
me.
his possession.
Freak,
I
give
don't
me the
want to
phone.
talk to you no more.
Freak, give me the phone. Hi, excuse me. Hi. Yes. This is Cece. This is Freak's manager. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, yes, look, we're gonna need somebody to come down and identify Mr. Van Leer. Eyewitnesses say that he was involved in a car chase. 2 cars were chasing him, and as the chase escalated, he eventually lost control and crashed. Look, I'm really sorry for your loss.
Hello. Outside of the deceased, was anybody else injured?
Vic died in a car accident.
What?
Yeah, they said he was in a car chase.
No.
Freak, I'm sorry. He died.
I'm so sorry, Freak. Freak, I am so sorry.
Sis, all started here.
Yep, right here in the dome.
Yeah, when I was all about living the dream.
Yeah.
And knowing to be some nightmares.
As Daddy always says, all that glitters ain't gold.
Yeah, Salutations, I am Sharonis Jackson, portraying the role of Frequency Vibrations, AKA Freak. I am from the Inland Empire, California, Philadelphia born, just showing love to everybody out there. That's a FOF.
Hello, world. It's your boy Wade Wilson, AKA Big Van Leer, Basquiat, and FOF, friend of Freak. Hey, I was born in Oakland, raised in Richmond, represent all day. Love y'all.
What's up, world? My name is Michelle Mitchenor. I play Cece. I'm representing Jersey. Shout out to my people on the shore and in the city. I'm now residing in LA, living the dream.
What's up, family? This is Gina Breedlove from Fort Greene, representing the Republic of Brooklyn, New York. I play Miss Martha. I wish you all so much love and peace.
What's up, everybody? My name is Arthur Richardson. I play Mr. Pete. I'm a GI soldier. That's Gary, Indiana, for those that don't know. And remember, it's not just a game.
What's up, y'all? My name is Anya Engel Adams, aka Yvette Ming Ching, and I'm originally from upstate New York by way of South Florida, representing for all the independent ladies. And just let them know we got our own, boo. Mwah.
Al Palagonia, born in Brooklyn, New York, raised in Queens, New York.
Welcome to your second NBA season. Now that your career is progressing and your brand is growing, you will be challenged with managing increasing demands off the court. In between games, you'll have decisions to make on how to spend your off days. Will you refine your skill on the court and work on increasing your attributes in live practices? Do you want to earn fame and extra money by partnering with global brands? Or would you rather establish personal connections with some of the game's most influential personalities, which bring with them a variety of rewards? The choice is yours. Endorse. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. And in our matchup,
well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. On the court for the Pistons, Jackson is out there with Ben McLemore. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Chris Humphries. And it's Baines in at the 5. Here's Freak. Goes back up. That's tipped. Morris with the ball. Out left to the wing. Kicks to Baines. Shot clock at 5. Pistons passing it around. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by New York. Pass to Freak. Here's Anthony. The shot from the low post is good. Anthony's got 5 points so far.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
They set the screen, and the wide open shot from Morris. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Knicks leading by 9. It's Anthony with the drive. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. So it's the Pistons now. Jackson up top. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. He came off the screen and finished with authority.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Well, a bit of a tragic note for Freak. He'll be playing this season after the loss of a longtime friend over the summer break.
Yeah, that's hard to hear, and certainly going to be difficult for him to work through that. It's going to be on his mind all year. Never easy to go on about business as usual when you have that kind of heartache and loss.
And the Knicks making a change here. Williams is checked in. Now here's Freak, guarded by Jackson. Here's Freak. Chris Humphries comes up with the rebound. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And here's Anthony from the... And down it goes just as the clock hit 0.
How about the timing? An unbelievable touch on that one.
Those are the ingredients you need for the recipe of buzzer-beating magic.
We sat down with Freak to discuss how he's handling the loss of his close friend.
You know, Vic was my brother.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Chris Humphries has checked in for Ilyasova. Marcus Morris comes in for Johnson. McLemore's checked in for Meeks. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Brandon Jennings. On the court for the Pistons, they've got Ben McLemore. Andre Drummond is out there with Humphries. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Garrett Bayless is checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And a switcher also for Detroit. Baines is checked in.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Here's Jackson. The 3 from Morris. Can't hit. The Knicks go the other way with it. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Freak kicks to Anthony. There's a good screen. And there's another one for the Knicks.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
It's Jackson with the drive, and the shot is good. Jackson's got 10 points in the game. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Anthony down low, covered by Morris.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Outside Jackson. deep three-point range. Knicks with the rebound.
You don't want your best shooter heaving up that shot.
Exactly. Even the top three-point specialists in the league would probably catch heat for taking that shot.
Morris passes to Jackson. And they double up Jackson. Now here's McLemore outside. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Here's Freak.
Move the ball.
Pass to Porzingis. Now Bayless. Outside Anthony. There's the pick. Pulls it from 20, and he drops that one in. Anthony's got 14.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Jackson drives in. Here's Humphries, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Pistons shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Outside Anthony. And so that's the end of the first half. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game. Sova. Ben McLemore comes in for Johnson. And it's Jackson in for Jody Meeks. Freak in at point guard. Derek Williams is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Kevin Seraphin. And it's Afflalo in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
5 to shoot. Freak passes to Porzingis. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And stolen by Freak. On the wing, Williams. At the top of the key, Afflalo. Offline from the high post.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside Jackson. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third, and that one's good. Drummond.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Afflalo right side. Outside Williams. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Jennings. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Williams, that's good.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Morris a screen. Jennings dishes to Morris. Off target from outside.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And he gets it to go.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Here's Jennings. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
On its way from a follow for 2, and the Knicks good for 2.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down. Checked in for New York. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Marcus Morris comes in for Chris Humphries. McLemore's checked in for Johnson. And it's Jennings in for Archie Goodwin. On the floor for Detroit, Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Marcus Morris is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's McLemore in at the 3, the small forward. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And the Knicks making a change here. Serafin's checked in, and Detroit with a change here too. Baines is checked in, O'Quinn, and he banks in the layup. Here's Jennings. Drummond the screen, the drive by Jennings, and O'Quinn sends it back, and he gets it back. Out to Morris, outside Jennings. From outside, off the mark. New York's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Freak. Dishes it to Serafin. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for New York.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And asserting themselves right from the start, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two clubs. They've got to feel good getting the upper hand tonight against the Pistons.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Carmelo Anthony. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Archie Goodwin, he's checked in for the Pistons. Good on both. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Anthony in the corner. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Intercepted. Now here's Jennings. To the inside, right wing. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
And Bayless kicks to Freak. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And the outcome.
What play? Hey.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow, I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
I can't imagine.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
It was a great win for the team tonight. What can you take out of such a positive overall performance?
I knew the team was capable of a performance like this. I was feeling it tonight even before the game, telling guys in the locker room that this game was ours. Now I just got to keep them hungry. Not let them forget how dominant we could be. Huge win tonight. Huge win.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
You went through a lot last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend, Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
You're right. It's definitely been a challenging year. My rookie.
Critics might say you were just chasing numbers in a game tonight that was clearly in hand. Agree or disagree?
You know I don't agree with that. I'm gonna play hard whenever coach puts me out there. And that's all there is to it. It's not about numbers or anything else. It's about the win and the fact that I give 100% on the court no matter the score or the opponent. Look, that's just how I'm wired.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first.
Last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend, Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
You're right. It's definitely been a challenging year. My rookie season, it all seems like a blur now. And losing Vic, that was one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with in my life. But I'm here now, in a great situation for me to grow my game. And my focus on the game of basketball. 100%, 10 times 10. And I'm gonna do whatever I can to bring this team a championship. But that's all I got. Thank you.
Welcome to Live Practice. This is where you can improve your skills on the court by earning attribute upgrades and valuable boosts for your next game. Complete the 2 scheduled drills and then feel free to shoot around with your teammates. Be sure to explore the gym for additional ways to earn extra rewards.
Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. All right, guys, bring it in. We're going to shift to some late game situational drills now. We need to do a better job of closing teams out late. Coaches, set it up.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Toronto Raptors. Checking out Toronto, coming off a loss in the first game.
The place they call the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live. Well, it was the Toronto Raptors in their last game, a loss to Philadelphia.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that. Day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of
the opponent. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson, and it's Joseph in for Damari Carroll. And New York looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at the point. Kevin Seraphin is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Williams, and it's Afflalo in at the shooting guard position. Freak kicks to Afflalo. 6 to shoot. Here's Seraphin. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Luis Scola. He's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Jared Bayless is checked in for Aaron Aflalo, and he gets the bucket. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Freak dishes to Serafin. Porzingis passes to Bayless. Here's Serafin. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. And DeRozan kicks to Scola. Spates sets a screen. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Now the dish to Williams. Traps in the tray. Williams has got 6 points.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Joseph dishes to Johnson. The feed to DeRozan. Shot from free throw range. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. He has 7.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Freak passes to Porzingis. Here is Bayless. DeRozan defending, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
And he sinks the second. 55 seconds left to play here in the first. Porzingis passes to Freak. Tries again. Toronto grabs the miss. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight.
The offensive rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Scola with the block. Fast break, Toronto. Joseph, that's good. "11 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Freak. Now Bayless. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The first quarter all wrapped. And here's Freak on the importance of preparing for games. You know, Clark, is there anyone that some changes here for the Raptors? Spates checked in for Patterson. Johnson comes in for DeMarre Carroll, and it's DeRozan in for Corey Joseph. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Freak in at point guard. Williams is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Kevin Serafin, and it's Aflalo in at the 2 spot. And Spates gets it to go.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
The Knicks leading by 4. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Johnson in the corner. Puts up a 3. And it's Freak with the rebound.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And he overshot that one, missing.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Valanciunas with the ball. Williams picks him up. New York's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. New York, no good that time either. Raptors trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Valanciunas, good.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Freak, now recovering. Freak dishes to Williams. New York moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Pass to Seraphin. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Looking now at some numbers for DeRozan. Good season for him. Last year, he was around 21 points per game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his outfit. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
The Raptors making a switch here. Scola's checked in, and New York with a change here too. Bayless is checked in, and Lowry gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Now here's Freak. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Bayless the pass to Porzingis to end the drought. Bayless's shot is off. Raptors with the lead.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Here's Seraphin. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Got a piece of it. Here's Bayless. Buries the jumper to finish the break. And it's a 3-point Knicks lead. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. New York ahead, up by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. Quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Lalo was playing great. He's got 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might...
Valanciunas and Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Patrick Patterson is out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Spates in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
The Knicks with the lead. Here's Freak. Spates with the block. To tie. Offensive rebound. And Patterson kicks to Carroll. And that misses. That would have put him up.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Freak dishes to Carmelo. That's good. Anthony's got 9 points.
Love the work there. They got the most out of that possession.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Spates with a screen on Augustine, and Joseph kicks to Spates. Good, he hits the jump shot. He's got 8. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter of the game. Augustine passes to Freak. Here's Porzingis. DeRozan defending. Carroll against Anthony. He dishes it to Seraphin. Fires from the line. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Knicks lead by 4.
And don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that to come. I mean, when he gets going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
Patterson setting the pick for Joseph. Kicks to Patterson. Just 5 to shoot. No good. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Detroit Pistons.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. And James Johnson is subbed in for Damari Carroll. The Knicks also changing it up. Derek Williams checked in for Anthony. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Augustine. Seraphin dishes to Freak. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. Seraphin's got the lead up to 6 now for New York.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Got a hand on it. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part.
So a close game sees New York.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Raptors in Toronto. For Toronto, coming off...
A beautiful view here of the rapid developments in City Place on the shores of Toronto Harbor. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA in all its excitement. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.